Hello there, my name is Natural Bear, and welcome back to Resident Evil 2, Part 5. And it appears we're in some sort of sewage treatment plant, as it says there, quality of the sewage water, so this is going to be filthy, isn't it? Anyway, let's sort the inventory out for this next section. Obviously we don't need the ink ribbons. Although, actually, if I remember rightly, the typewriter after this... I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure there's no item box. So, or it could be the other way around. Maybe there's an item box, but no, there is no item box. I remember. It's a typewriter, but there's no item box. So if you do need to save, I don't know if there's an ink ribbon next to the typewriter or not. I can't remember. But if there isn't, you'll need to take these with you to save. But I'm pretty sure there's one already there, so you should be okay. We will be needing the valve handle. Remember the thing we used to rupture the water tank a while back. And I believe that's all we need for this section. Yes, it is. My inventory is kind of a mess, as you can see. I'm pretty sure I saw some more shotgun ammo down here, yes. There we are, that was better. Right, yep, we can move straight on. There's a thing on the table here, first off. A fax from the sewer manager. Basically, first and third Wednesdays of the month, Chief of Maintenance will be using the facilities. 28th of every month, the chemical transport will be using the facilities, and the chemicals will be volatile. Here's the important bit. On the 6th and 16th of every month, Police Chief Brian Irons will visit the facility, so the Chief, it seems, comes down here twice a month. And it says something about meetings that take place in the lab. So, there's some sort of lab down here, which doesn't seem like there should be. It's just a sewage plant, right? The fourth Friday of every month, William Birkin will use the facility. Again, William Birkin. And outright it says there, training seminar for Umbrella. So it seems this whole facility is kind of a front for Umbrella in a weird sort of way. So basically they're going to be guarding Dr. Birkin once a month. So yeah, it seems Umbrella has their hand in a lot of places in this city. Over here there's some handgun ammo. 30 bullets, so it's well worth doing. This, you'll notice, is a little bit bright. We'll come back to that in a second. Over here, there's a first aid spray. And there's a lift, as you can see. But first off, we're going to go to here. This looks conspicuous. And the reason is, it's hiding a door. And when you open it, you see there's a ladder. So let's go down and investigate. This seems to be some sort of warehouse. A very dark warehouse. As you can see, it's too dark to see anything. However, eagle-eyed amongst you may have noticed a small blip on the wall here. And it's a lamp. And now we can see there's actually an item here. Specifically, magnum bullets. You do not find many magnum bullets. I believe there's only 4 pickups in this entire scenario. So there's a total of 40 magnum rounds in this whole scenario, basically, that's possible to pick up. And that's assuming you find them all, of course. And there's another lamp here that has some shotgun shells. So again, well worth taking those. I think that's all that's down here. But yeah, it's well worth coming down here. The shotgun shells, you can take them. Honestly, at this point in the game, you could probably switch to the shotgun full time if you wanted to. But the magnum ammo, almost certainly worth it. Just because you find so little of it. So let's go and put the stuff back in the box again. The shotgun is up here. I don't know why it's so far up, considering there's all these gaps, but what can you do? Actually, we may as well switch to the shotgun full time at this point. There's more than enough ammo in this game to do this. So, also we'll be finding something in a little while that's going to give us even more ammo. So, okay, let's go down.
Leon, that woman was... I have to talk to her.
Well, that's concerning. Yep, it appears Leon is down. The wound does not seem to be mortal, so hopefully he'll be okay. By the way, you can't go this way. Just thought I'd point that out. There's a map on the wall. If Ada takes it, it still works for Leon. So just take it. You may as well. So up we go. A ventilation shaft of some sort. And things. I think they're moths. They're something gross that you do not want to be caught by. So run straight through as quick as you can.
Don't move. You're the one who was with that cop, if I'm not mistaken. Identify yourself. Ada Wong. Ada Wong. I've heard that name before. Now I remember. One of the men from Chicago who came to assist the T-Virus research used his girlfriend's name as his password. Ada and John, I believe. How did you know? Who are you? Annette Birkin. My husband is the man responsible for the creation of the T-Virus. William Birkin. What? John's dead. He became one of those zombies. My condolences. And although I regret this, you will be joining him shortly. I won't let anyone take the G-Virus away from me. G-Virus? It's capable of creating the ultimate bioweapon. Its potential is even greater than that of the T-Virus. Then that must mean the creature in the police department is... Precisely. My husband, William. And it's all Umbrella's fault. None of this would have happened if they hadn't tried to steal his research away from him.
This way.
It's sheer perfection. My precious G-Virus. No one will ever take you away from me.
There he is.
So you finally come.
Doctor, we're here to collect the G-Virus sample.
Sorry, but I won't just hand over my life's work.
Stop it! You might hit the sample. That's it, all right. Okay, let's move out.
William. Oh my. Hold on, darling. I'm taking care of that bullet wound first. Stay here.
Alpha team, have you retrieved the sample yet?
Affirmative. We'll be at the rendezvous point in 1 minute.
Roger.
Are you telling me that he injected the G-Virus into his own body? The G-Virus has the ability to revitalize cellular functions.
What was that? Something's wrong. Let's check it out. Over there! Shoot it! Eat this, you freak! I'm stopping it! What is this thing? Hurry! What is this thing? Fire! Fire! You son of a...
So those rats were the carriers of the virus. As a result of his virus-induced transmutation, William should have lost any prior memories he had as a human by now. Even worse, Every G-Virus bioweapon, including William, has the ability to implant embryos into other creatures. And create offspring. No. Too bad.
So, it appears that's how the virus spread. Rats in the sewer. And it also appears that the thing with the eyeball is William, who created the G-Virus, essentially. So, pretty crazy stuff. Up here you'll see an item, but Ada can't take it, basically. That's for Leon. So, there's no reason to go up there. Basically, you just go this way. And down the ladder. I guess to where Annette fell.
Ada?
Well, luckily Leon appears to be okay. So we better go and find out where the hell Ada went. And more importantly, what the hell that thing was in the water. Firstly, though, there's a body there that doesn't have anything. But these bodies here do have something. Specifically that, the wolf medal. We'll be needing that for a puzzle later. And also the guy on the left has shotgun ammo, so make sure you take that. Obviously we'll be using the shotgun full time from now on, so... you notice you can't go through the ventilation shaft where Ada went because the fan is spinning. So we have to go around, unfortunately. And yeah, more spiders. This time though, we're going to fight them. Unless they decide to crawl on the ceiling and make it more difficult for me. But yes, there's not that much reason to fight these guys, honestly. They're very easy to avoid. So, yeah, don't bother fighting them, basically. I just did it for a bit of entertainment value. Do move quickly because they can do what he just did. They can drip acid on you. You'll see there's a waterfall blocking the exit there. And there you go, Wolf and an Eagle are etched on the device. This is where you use the medals. So if you want to, you can use the medal that you've picked up, but there's not really much point, to be honest, until we get the other medal. So we'll just move on. There's some blue herbs here that just keep growing. So if you're poisoned, use them. And if you ever need to come back, then you can do that if you want to. And this is where you need to use the valve handle, and this is why you kind of need to bring it with you, otherwise you have to go all the way back, and it is a bit of a trek. So it's kind of a mistake you only really make once, to be fair, but there we are. And as you'll see in a second, as soon as we cross this bridge here, there's no item box, as I mentioned earlier. So if you want to bring items with you for this boss, because it's a boss coming up, then you'll need to bring them from the other box, basically. You can't bring them from this one. There is an ink ribbon here, I believe. I just saw it. That's an ink ribbon, right? Yes, there is an ink ribbon. So if you need to save, they do at least provide you the means to do so without having to go back. There's more shotgun ammo here. And there's some green herbs, which we might as well take. And another thing as well, before you go, use the valve handle on this, because it will raise the bridge again. The thing with that is, if you try and go past this next area and go up to the top there, of course you won't be able to cross, so you have to backtrack all the way back down to this part. This part of the game is probably the worst. Just that bit with the valve handle. You've got to carry an item that you haven't used for a good half an hour at least at this point. Longer if it's your first time through the game. It just seems silly that you have to use an item that's from that far ago. and they don't provide an item box that's really close. And then when you do cross the bridge, you have to raise it again. Otherwise, when you go through the next area, you have to come all the way back. It's fiddly, for no real reason, to be honest. But you know, it's not the best design in the world, but it's not the worst, I suppose. It's redeemable, I guess. Anyway, as I said, there is a boss, so you can save. However, as we'll see, this boss is incredibly easy. Because it's more of a gimmick boss, to be honest, as we'll see. So you'll see a thing on the wall here. Some sort of gas cylinder. And you can remove the gas cylinder in the case of emergency. So that's useful information, potentially.
Ada!
That's a giant crocodile. You have two ways of killing this boss. You can shoot it. The problem is when you get to the end of this hallway, it will insta-kill you, basically, and this does a lot of damage. The alternative is to do what I just did. If you remove the cylinder from the wall, he will eventually get it stuck in his mouth, like so, and then if you shoot him, it blows the top of his head off. Interestingly enough, if you do kill it with weapons, it will actually break through here, I believe, this wall. And there's some extra ammo, I believe, behind this wall. The only thing is, in the B scenario, it means you have to fight him again, I think, if I remember rightly. Of course, in the B scenario, you can then just use the cylinder trick if you like. So it just depends. But if you use a cylinder here, then in the B scenario, he won't be here. So... wow, they didn't fix it. Okay. The reason I checked the door here was because this was an in-joke between me and a friend of mine for years. Apparently this door is electronically locked. Not electronically, but electronically. And they haven't proofread it. Again, like the van that we saw earlier that says Emergency and Dale 911, they haven't gone back and fixed these for this version of the game. Bear in mind, again, this came out in 2003, which was like 5 years after the release of the original game. So it seems odd, but I guess it was just a straight port and they didn't go back and change any of it. Anyway, let's go and see if Ada's okay.
Leon.
This bullet wound isn't making things any easier.
Quiet, Leon. I'll patch you up. That's 2 I owe you.
Don't mention it.
I just found out. John's dead.
What?
Never mind. Let's just get out of here. The sooner the better.
You know, Ada doesn't seem very concerned about the fact that her boyfriend's dead. She seems to have just kind of accepted it. Maybe she's just prepared herself for it, I don't know. This bridge, by the way, is the one I was talking about, where if you don't use the valve handle, it will be lowered and you have to go back. So it's incredibly annoying, but what can you do? Here's the medal that we saw earlier on this sewer maintenance worker's body. And there's another file. Let's see. Basically, some dude has been sick. He was sweating and scratching a lot. Chief Irons has been visiting the lab more often. He always looks pissed off, basically. Apparently the doctor makes a lot of, quote, impossible requests, whatever they might be. That's just something about drinking, I don't know. The chief is pissed off. He threatened to shoot the sewer manager when he tried to make a joke. So this chief, as well as being a money grabber, a backstabber, and just in general not a very nice man, it also appears he gets very pissed off and uses threats of violence when provoked, even in small ways. And in fact, it wasn't even provoked, it was just a joke that he got told. So not the most stable of characters, it seems. There's going to be some sort of investigation into Umbrella's affairs, and they're going to search the sewers. And that's the last entry. So there's some sort of investigation into Umbrella's activities. That probably is why they wanted the virus back, so that people wouldn't find it. That would be my guess. This, you have to use the valve handle again, but you'll already have it with you, so it's not that big a deal. This is just to stop the fan, basically, from spinning. So that you can climb through. I don't think you have to go through there. I'm pretty sure you can go all the way back. Oops. I'm pretty sure you can go all the way back down if you want to, but I don't know why you'd want to. So I guess we're going to go up the ladder. No moths this time. They seem to have disappeared, which I'm not complaining. So yes, this area gets repopulated by zombies when you come back through. But they're not a big deal. Spiders are still here, obviously, so be careful of those guys. In fact, we'll kill that one because he's a bit of a pain in the arse. Ada can't get poisoned. I'm pretty sure she can die, but I've never actually seen it. That's how easy it is for her not to die, basically. So here's where we use the two medals that we picked up earlier. The Wolf and the Eagle medal. Bit of a throwback to Resident Evil 1, of course. These were the items that you had to use to get into the lab towards the end of the game. And that stops the water flowing and allows us to progress to the next area. So my guess is this is what Umbrella's been hiding. Funnily enough, about this here, sometimes ammo appears here and sometimes it doesn't, and I've never really been able to figure out what triggers it. I don't know if it's... I don't know. I honestly don't know. It only seems to happen occasionally. And this appears to be a tram of some sort. So, I guess let's go in. Very elaborate system they have down here. Clearly this has been around for some time because the infrastructure seems to be in place. Well, that's concerning. Basically you get attacked at this point. You can see the dust on the ceiling is where the arm's going to appear, so it's just a case of moving out of the way. It also can't... You don't need to shoot it either. Ada can do that for you, so you don't need to waste ammo here. Just keep moving every time it comes through the ceiling and you'll be absolutely fine. Well, I don't know what that thing was, but it was on the roof of the tram. Hopefully it's not still there, because we have to go outside. That arm looked familiar too. Pretty sure that was Birkin. So that's concerning. Now, here, there's a flare gun. And if you light it, it fires a flare, strangely enough. The only purpose of it is, if you look towards the right there, you can see something glinting on the floor. It makes this show up more easily. You can actually pick this up before you use the flare gun, but it just helps you see it. And it is some sort of weirdly shaped key. This key is used later on in the game. I won't tell you what for, but we'll see it at some point anyway, so there we are. But yeah, it's a pretty cool item. It's not really compulsory or anything. It's just a fun extra item you can get, but it's worth doing. And this guy, he's very important. Check his body. Shotgun parts. So yes, there is a custom shotgun. And it works the same as the handgun in the sense that you can get extra ammo if you wait until your gun's empty before you use it. So feel free to blast away. You'll also notice Ada's hurt. That's because she got poisoned earlier. That's what poison does. It slowly takes away your health. But it won't, as far as I know, it won't outright kill you. You can't die from poison. You have to take another hit first. But it can put you down very low, so you have to be careful. That guy almost got me. Ada will fight with you in these sections as well, but to be honest, you don't need her to do that. Down here, oh god. Ah, that was a mistake. That was not the best thing I've ever done on this game. Yes, there's herbs down here, basically. What I was trying to say before I got kind of spooked. So make sure you take them if you need them. Or indeed, if you don't, you might as well take them anyway. It's got one zombie guarding them, so why not? 3 greens, by the way, fully restore your health. I don't know if I explained that before, but wanted to make sure. Because I reloaded my shotgun, I think it's going to turn out that I missed out on some ammo. But again, you get plenty of ammo in this game. It's really not that big a concern, to be honest. In here, there's a first aid spray. We're going to empty our inventory first because it's kind of full. There's a lot of stuff to pick up in this part. So the valve handle, we'll never need this again in this scenario. So goodbye and good riddance. The weapon box key, we don't need that yet, so you can happily throw that away. We will be needing healing items though. So let's make sure we have plenty. As you can see, we have a lot of healing, so we should be absolutely fine. So over here, there's some shotgun ammo, which is always useful. And more magnum bullets. So you should have 24 at this point, I believe. Actually, we're going to show off the magnum. We might as well. We've got plenty of ammo, so... The magnum, you've got to be careful, but at the same time, you do still get a decent amount of ammo for it, so... We're going to show it off a little bit here in this next boss fight. We might as well, in that case, put the shotgun parts away. Let's see. We're picking up a first aid spray, so we might as well just take one more. And we should be good to go. So, let's say first aid spray here. And we might as well save. Do we call it a part? No, we're only 28 minutes in or so, according to my timer, so I think we can play a little bit more. But we will make a save here because it is a boss. It's a fairly easy boss, but... This is actually called the Dead Factory, which is kind of a badass name. But that's what this place is called, essentially. So let's move on. There is handgun bullets over here, but honestly at this point in the game you won't need them, so I wouldn't bother necessarily. There's also a map, but as you can see, we're pretty much leaving this area, so not actually very useful. So this appears to be some sort of, I don't know what it is, tram train kind of thing. As you can see, we need a key, and the only other place to check is inside the actual train itself, or the tram, or whatever this is. So let's have a look. In here, by the way, more magnum bullets. Essential. Great stuff. And here's the key. So make sure you have a free slot in your inventory. So just a weapon, 5 healing items, 1 free slot. You should be good to go. So you just use the key. And it activates the tram and the very annoying klaxon.
Ada! Ada! Can you hear me? Come on, snap out of it!
So Ada took a really nasty shot there. So she will not be able to help us for this upcoming battle. And when you try and leave, basically you won't be able to access from the outside. So we are stuck out here until the emergency is over. As you can see, he keels over at one point, and he slows down a lot. So you know he's almost beaten, and as you can see, one more shot, and he's down. So hopefully we've put poor William out of his misery. That's the hope, at least. I should have explained earlier, the first boss, as if you remember, it put like a creature inside Ben's mouth, and the thing that came out of his chest was one of his offspring.
Don't die on me, Ada. Come on! Wake up! Come on! Welcome back. Hey, take it easy. We're inside Umbrella's secret lab. I'll go find something to treat that wound, so just rest here in the meantime.
But I'll only slow you down with these injuries. Go. Save yourself.
I told you, it's my job to look after you.
But you'll be in danger if you stay with me. I know I've only known you for a short period of time, but I really enjoy being with you. I know I'm not capable of caring about anyone, but I don't want to lose you.
We're leaving this place together. Wait here for me. I'll be right back.
So an interesting comment there. She knows she's not capable of caring for someone else, but she had a boyfriend, so what's that all about? You know? Was she just fooling herself? Thinking that maybe if she entered a relationship she could learn to love, as the old cliche goes? I don't know. But it's interesting nonetheless. More Magnum bullets here, basically to make up for the ones you've used on that boss. Nice touch. The game does unequip your weapons because you've been carrying Ada, of course. Nice little touch. In the lockers here, some shotgun ammo, which I can't take because I haven't emptied my inventory yet. Whoops. So the Magnum can go back for now. We'll get the shotgun back out, and all these healing items can go back. The ones I didn't use. I I'm trying to think if we need the weapon box key yet. Yeah, we'll take it for now. Also, we might as well use the shotgun parts. And we'll keep a herb on us as well, just in case. So, the custom shotgun is this beast. As you can see, it's no longer a sawn-off shotgun, it's just the full barrel. It also, you notice, it carries 7 shells rather than 5, so a big improvement. You don't need it, honestly, it's just kind of more showing off than anything else. It does fire slower than the regular shotgun, but it looks and sounds pretty cool, and that's the most important thing, as I'm sure you'll agree. Anyway, I think that's going to be the part. Yes, it is. Timed fairly well, so we'll make the save and we'll leave it there. Actually, after the recording issues of the last few episodes, I think I'm going to do this instead. Should have done this from the start, made separate saves, but I am not a smart man. So, it appears we're in Umbrella's labs finally, and in the next episode we'll begin exploring them, so hopefully we'll see you there. Until then, bye!